Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Gregory Manalo, your VSCK coach at The Rooted School. I wanted to share my teaching approach and the science around it to better familiarize you before signing up for online or in-person classes. Just like Sonny, I like to take an informal approach to classes. There's no belt ranking system, no calling me guru. We keep things casual. We want to have fun in class and keep things lighthearted. But we take the material very seriously, and I also take your progress and growth very seriously as well. That said, there's structure to the classes and a clear path for improvement. I aim to produce escrimadores who are just as good as me, if not better, and who know Sonny's art so well they can teach it themselves. Classes are broken down first with warm-ups and foundations. Next, we work on the new skill slowly and deliberately to get it into our bodies. Finally, we flow and do some light technical sparring to apply the new skill. Sometimes working on the new skill for a few weeks to a few months, depending on how quickly the student can transform the skill into muscle memory. This training progression is similar to how Sonny taught us a training progression term that I've coined: drill, flow, Laro. Drill the motor skill, then flow that skill with a partner in a random alternating exchange. And finally, Laro, apply that skill in gameplay, the game of how to hit and not get hit. You got me too. I remember back in the day, I missed classes for a couple of weeks or so, and the material could change entirely from one week to the next. I showed up at his apartment and class was already in session. He was free-flowing with a classmate. We all said hi. I sat down to watch and then asked, "What are we working on today, Sonny?" And while sparring, he turns to me with a smirk. "Hit and don't get hit." Then he lands a strike on my classmate while evading with his signature laugh. For something complex like martial arts and fighting, he was really good at simplifying things for us, stripping things down to their most essential parts. This gave me insight into how to approach my learning and coaching. What steps or phases constitute this exchange if the game is to hit without getting hit? Well, we have to enter striking range, deliver that strike, and exit from the striking range, all while not getting hit. This is a riddle that all stand-up fighters have to resolve. Each phase has a chain of composite skills, comprised of individual component skills, all built on fundamental skills. We have just reverse engineered something Sonny jokingly said. This gives us an explicit assignment to acquire the necessary skills to improve our chances at successful exchanges. Sonny didn't have a set curriculum for us, but rather foundational movements and training progressions. You can imagine the difficulty of passing this on without a clear roadmap. Still, after years of reflecting on it, I found that Sonny's training progressions can be defined by sports science, specifically his approach to skills acquisition. I want to share two ideas with you. The first idea is Fitt's and Posner's three-stage model of motor skill learning. Skills evolve from cognitive stage, which involves lots of coaching and memory recall, to associative stage, which involves less memory recall and little coaching. Then finally, in the autonomous stage, skills become muscle memory. The insight here gives us a path to create a program for eskrima to become muscle memory that is appropriate to bring into the fight game. Now, the second idea is block practice versus random practice. Block practice is doing the same skill under the same conditions, whereas random practice adds variability. The data found random practice has better retention and transfer than block practice. Blocked practice leads to rapid gains in performance, but limited transfer when variability is introduced. Random practice slows learning, but improves retention and transfer. This tells us that eskrima drills alone are insufficient to transfer to fight skills. random flow does. Let's pause. I hope I'm not getting too far into the weeds for y'all, but if you want to learn more about those processes, I've included links below to some videos that explain them well. If you're interested, I can make a separate video about them and show you how they apply to VSCK eskrima. Comment below and let me know. Okay, so once I've coached you to acquire a minimum armory of skills, we move on to strategic and tactical application. To quote Sun Tzu, all men can see the tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. Strategy is the plan, and tactics are the actions to execute the plan. A tactical approach that I like to reference is Bruce Lee's 5 ways of attack, which Bruce borrowed from fencing. Single direct attack, combination attack, hand immobilization attack, progressive indirect attack, attack by draw. I reference this because Sonny utilized progressive indirect attacks and attack by draw. Both are high-level fight game strategies based on deception and eliciting a response to capitalize on. Now, the strategy here is to confuse and deceive to create openings and counterfight. This is where it's fun for me and the level I aspire to coach my students to attain. All warfare is based on deception. Sun Tzu. The counterattack is an advanced phase of offense. It is the greatest art of fighting, the art of champion. Bruce Lee. And if you're unfamiliar with the 5 ways of attack, I've linked my favorite video by Lee Wiley 1 on YouTube, where he explains them using boxing examples. If you'd like for me to show you examples of the ways of attack in another video, comment below. So what does all this mean to you? Well, Sonny and his art may have appeared enigmatic, and for the man, maybe by design, but there needs to be some clarity for his art to live on. I've deciphered my learning with him and designed a program that effectively transmits Sonny's material to a diligent student. There's a clear path to attaining the skills. It takes less than 5 years if you're dedicated and diligent. I can pass on what I know within 3 years, certainly less if you're intermediate or advanced and just want to learn specific aspects to Sonny's art. I've spent a great deal of time and care to create a program that I'm proud of. It's not the full breadth of Sonny's work, but simply all I've learned during my time with Sonny. And now I'd like to share it with you. Folks, if you want to learn more, you can find me at therooted.school website and The Rooted School on Facebook and Instagram. If you liked this video and got some value, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. If you'd like to know more about Sonny and his art, comment below. Until next time, you guys, be kind and be safe.
So never reject anything that's coming in, just receive it. Receive it.